painted across skies. Imagine a world cradled by the long, watchful embrace of the Andes Mountains, their peaks dusted with snow like powdered sugar on a warm pastry. In this land, where the air is crisp and carries the scent of wild herbs and sunshine, lived a young shepherd boy named Mateo. His days were painted with the same hues as the mountains themselves. The soft blues of the sky, the earthy browns of the hillsides, and the vibrant greens of the hardy grasses his sheep loved to graze. Mateo loved his life, loved the feel of the sun on his face, the wind whispering secrets in his ears, and the comforting bleating of his flock. He knew every contour of the land, every hidden spring, every sheltered nook where the sheep could rest from the midday sun. Mateo's world was a tapestry woven from simple joys. He spent his days wandering the hills with his sheep, his loyal dog, Bella, always by his side. Bella, with her fur as dark as the richest soil, was more than a pet. She was Mateo's confidant, his shadow, his furry, four-legged friend. Together, they would watch the condors circle high above, their vast wings casting fleeting shadows on the land. In the evenings, Mateo would return to his small, cozy adobe home, where the aroma of his grandmother's cooking would greet him like a warm hug. He'd share stories of his day with her, tales of mischievous lambs and daring flights of condors, his voice filled with the quiet wonder of a child who knew he was deeply loved. But Mateo harbored a secret wish, a longing that tugged at his heart like the wind through the tall grasses. He yearned to capture the beauty that surrounded him, the majestic mountains, the sprawling valleys, the ever-changing sky. He wanted to paint, to create images that would reflect the soul of his homeland. He had tried, of course. He'd gathered berries and crushed them to make dyes, used feathers as brushes, and smoothed out flat stones as canvases, but the results were always disappointing. The colors were never quite right. The images never quite captured the grandeur he felt in his heart. His paintings looked clumsy and childish, nothing like the vibrant reality he longed to portray. One day, after a particularly frustrating attempt to paint a sunset, Mateo sat slumped against a rock, his head in his hands. Bella nudged him with her wet nose, offering silent comfort. He looked up at the sky, now ablaze with fiery oranges and deep purples, and sighed. "It's no use, Bella," he said, his voice heavy with discouragement. "I'll never be able to paint like the masters." He'd seen examples of famous artists in a tattered book his grandfather had given him, filled with landscapes that seemed to breathe with life. Compared to those masterpieces, his own efforts felt utterly inadequate. He felt a pang of jealousy, a little green monster whispering in his ear that he simply wasn't talented enough. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the valley, an idea sparked in Mateo's mind. He realized that he was focusing too much on trying to imitate others, on trying to create perfect replicas of what he saw. He was forgetting to look at the beauty right in front of him, to feel the emotions that fueled his desire to paint in the first place. He decided to try something different, something uniquely his own. He wouldn't try to paint the mountains exactly as they appeared, but rather how they made him feel, the sense of awe, the feeling of peace, the connection to something ancient and powerful. The next morning, Mateo woke up with a renewed sense of purpose. He gathered his humble art supplies and climbed to the highest point in the valley, a place where he felt closest to the sky. As he sat there, gazing at the vast expanse of blue, he noticed something he hadn't truly seen before. The clouds. They weren't just white puffs drifting aimlessly across the sky. They were magnificent sculptures, constantly shifting and changing, each one a unique work of art. He watched as the wind sculpted them into fantastical shapes. Dragons and castles, animals and faces, each one a fleeting masterpiece painted by the sky itself. That day happened to be the annual Fiesta de las Nubes, the Cloud Festival. The villagers believed that the clouds held the spirits of their ancestors, and that by celebrating them, they would bring good fortune and rain for the crops. Mateo had always enjoyed the festival, with its lively music, colorful costumes, and delicious food. But this year, the festival felt different. It was as if the clouds themselves were putting on a special show just for him, their forms more vibrant, their shapes more inspiring than ever before. The music seemed to echo the rhythm of the wind. The dancers moved with the grace of the clouds, and the air crackled with a sense of joy and wonder. As the festival progressed, Mateo found himself drawn to the heart of the celebration, where the villagers were creating art inspired by the clouds. Some were painting on large canvases, others were sculpting clay figures, and still others were weaving intricate tapestries. He watched in fascination as they transformed their observations and emotions into tangible expressions of creativity. An old woman, her face etched with the wisdom of a lifetime, noticed Mateo's interest and smiled warmly. "The clouds speak to us, child," she said, her voice soft and gentle. "They tell stories of the past, present, and future. All we have to do is listen and let our hearts guide our hands." Inspired by the old woman's words and the vibrant energy of the festival, Mateo decided to try a new approach to his art. He wouldn't try to replicate the clouds perfectly, but rather capture their essence, their ever-changing nature, their whimsical beauty. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and let his imagination soar. He thought about the stories the clouds seemed to whisper, the dreams they carried, the emotions they evoked. And then he began to paint. He mixed his berry dyes with clay, creating a palette of earthy tones and vibrant hues. He used twigs and feathers to create delicate brushstrokes, mimicking the way the wind danced across the sky. He painted not with his eyes, but with his heart, letting his emotions flow onto the canvas. He painted the clouds as he felt them, sometimes joyful and playful, sometimes somber and mysterious, always beautiful and inspiring. He lost himself in the process, forgetting his doubts and insecurities, his only focus on capturing the magic of the clouds. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the valley, Mateo finished his painting. He stepped back to admire his work, his heart filled with a sense of quiet satisfaction. It wasn't perfect, not by a long shot, but it was honest, it was authentic, it was uniquely his. It captured the spirit of the clouds, the soul of the mountains, the essence of his homeland. He had finally found his own voice, his own way of expressing the beauty that surrounded him. He realized that creativity wasn't about imitating others, but about discovering your own unique perspective, your own way of seeing the world. It was about embracing imperfections, experimenting with new ideas, and trusting your intuition. It was about letting your heart guide your hands and letting your imagination soar. And most importantly, it was about finding joy in the process, about celebrating the beauty of the world and sharing that beauty with others. He understood that everyone is creative in their own way, is no such thing as better or worse, only different. That night, as Mateo lay in bed, the moon casting a silvery glow through his window, he felt a profound sense of peace. He knew that his journey as an artist had just begun, and that there would be challenges and setbacks along the way, but he also knew that he had found something truly special, something that would bring him joy and fulfillment for the rest of his life. He closed his eyes, and as he drifted off to sleep, he imagined himself painting the clouds across the sky, each brushstroke filled with love, gratitude, and wonder. He dreamt of sharing his art with the world, inspiring others to find their own creative voices, and celebrating the beauty of our planet. And as he slept, the wind whispered secrets through the valley, carrying his dreams to the stars, where they twinkled like tiny masterpieces in the vast canvas of the night. Good night, Mateo. Good night, globe. Item 1. Clouds painted across skies. Imagine a world cradled by the long, watchful embrace of the Andes Mountains, their peaks dusted with snow like powdered sugar on a warm pastry. In this land, where the air is crisp and carries the scent of wild herbs and sunshine, lived a young shepherd boy named Mateo. His days were painted with the same hues as the mountains themselves, the soft blues of the sky, the earthy browns of the hillsides, and the vibrant greens of the hardy grasses his sheep loved to graze. Mateo loved his life, loved the feel of the sun on his face, the wind whispering secrets in his ears, and the comforting bleating of his flock. He knew every contour of the land, every hidden spring, every sheltered nook where the sheep could rest from the midday sun.